So here's our practice problem. Before we go to it, I just want to give you guys a little cheat sheet at the top over here. Relative frequencies, remember that it's always a joint frequency, okay, or marginal frequency that is divided by the total, which is in the lower right corner, okay? Conditional frequency is always a joint frequency, so one of those four numbers in the middle divided by one of the marginal frequencies, either in the same row or the same column. Okay, so this is just a little cheat sheet because as a part of this problem, you will have to tell what kind of frequency you are using. So here's our problem. Allison collected data to see if there was a relationship between students having blue eyes and the students wearing yellow on the day of the survey. She randomly surveyed 50 students. So immediately we know there were 50 students. Okay, we're gonna fill that in right here. Of those, 28% had blue eyes and wore yellow. So blue eyes and yellow comes right here. Now, they didn't give us the actual numbers. They told us 28% of those. So we have to actually figure out what 28% of 50 is. So 28% of 50, remember, all we have to do is turn this into a decimal and multiply. So 0.28 times 50, 0.28 times 50 equals 14. So we know that 14 students were yellow and had blue eyes, okay? And 48 did not have blue eyes and did not wear yellow, so that will go right here. So again, 0.48 times 50, 0.48 times 50 is 24. Okay, so we know 24 students not wearing yellow and not having blue eyes. And finally, we also know there were 2 students with blue eyes who did not wear yellow. So blue eyes and not yellow is right here. Okay, so this is all the information that was given to us. We're going to fill in the rest of the table now, like we did before. So 14 plus 2 is 16. We know that 50 minus 16 has to be 34. 34 minus 24 is 10. 14 plus 10 is 24. 2 plus 24 is 26. Okay, so we have all the information. We can answer questions. Okay, so first question. How many students with blue eyes wore yellow? So blue eyes and yellow is right here. That's 14 students. Okay, this number, since this is just the number, it's not a fraction or percent, is our joint frequency. So I have to write this as joint frequency. Okay, next question. How many students had blue eyes? So blue eyes, the total number of students that had blue eyes is 16. This is the number on the margin, so we know this is marginal frequency. Again, we didn't make any percentage or decimal, so we know it's going to be just a whole number, so it's not relative frequency. What percentage of students had blue eyes but did not wear yellow? So blue eyes and not yellow is 2 students, but we want to know percentage, which means we have to take this 2 and divide by 50, and that equals 2 divided by 50 is 0.04, which is 4%. Remember, to move from decimal to percent, we are going to move our decimal point twice to the right, okay? And since this is a percentage and we compare to the grand total, right, joint of a total, we're gonna call that joint relative. Okay, of the students who did not wear yellow, so we're only looking at the students that didn't wear yellow, so only at this column right here. What percentage had blue eyes? So in this column, we had 2 students out of 26 total that had blue eyes. So we're gonna do 2 divided by 26, which equals about 0.08. So 8%. And now since we only looked at this column, we did not look at the grand total, this is conditional frequency, conditional relative frequency. of the students with blue eyes. So now we're only looking at everybody who had blue eyes. So this row right here, what percentage did not wear yellow? So 2 out of 16. So 2 divided by 16 is 0.13 or 13%. And again, since we compared only a single row, this is conditional frequency. Conditional relative frequency. And finally, is there sufficient difference in the row conditional relative frequencies to statistically imply an association between blue eyes and wearing yellow? So in order for us to answer a question about association, we actually have to complete conditional frequencies for both rows. So we're going to do yellow, not yellow, okay, blue eyes, and not blue. And we're going to look at those conditional frequencies for each. So we are going to do 14 over 16, 2 over 16, because we're comparing just the row. And then for not blue, we're going to do 10 over 34 and 24 over 34. If we use calculator, we will get that this is 87%, 29%, 13%, and 71%. So if you look at this table, is there a significant difference between the percentages in these two rows? Yes, there is, right? We can see that people with blue eyes are more likely to wear yellow. So blue-eyed people are more likely to wear yellow. Okay, and that's it. I hope this helps you guys do your assignment. All right, bye.